Hi Collective, welcome to the channel, Cosmic Divine Seeker. Hi everyone, so it's going to be a morning reading that I'm doing for somebody here. So let's see, I felt guided to the Golden Universal Tarot, if you guys like this one. I've been feeling a lot of this golden energy. You know, August is a very important time. Lionsgate every year. I love this. Major activations, awakening. So, you know, I'm going to be doing some more readings surrounding, you know, this very powerful August energy later today because I was getting some more stuff together to explain post Lionsgate energy as I feel that gateway is closing. But the integration still happened, right? At 13 strand activation, it could very much be getting activated for you at different times, could have already, right? So if that interests you, definitely subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. So I was doing some research this morning on it, right? To put together some more readings. But this is what I tried to do last night, was this this spread that I wanted to do. But there was too much that was going on. I couldn't get it quite enough to be able to record. So, I'm going to do it now, right? Alright, let's see here. Alright, stars. Let's get the quartz energy. The Seeker. Who's the Seeker? Okay, well, we're going to find out more. Seven of Cups. What's the Strength? Page of Cups, the challenge. Eight of Cups, the influence is the Five of Swords, it's the talent, it's the unknown talent, the Moon, sweetness, Six of Swords. Okay. What's the opportunity? The Eight of Wands. Two more. It's the obstacle. The Wheel, and the outcome is the Hierophant. Alright. Overall energy is the Six of Pentacles. So it's about justice, bringing things fair, right? It's time for things to be fair. Under this is the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, heralding major changes. For some of you, this is already played out. Okay. Or it could be to come here. I'm more getting that there's been a depletion of finances, materialism, materialistic things. Maybe there was like a loss of a home, a car. Maybe somebody's went through something, a loss or something. Maybe for somebody, like there's been like a surgery or something to do with medical that has depleted somebody's finances, resources, that have made things hard, right? But ultimately, it's resulting in a loss. Sometimes these things happen. There's multiple reasons why and when they happen. I'm trying to explain this kind of delicately because I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. It's okay. So it's like sometimes like a surgery or a medical condition or something like that can arise. I mean, obviously there's many factors, you know, that lead to these things. But it's kind of like they're overseen too. Yeah. I'm hearing like in imaginative ways. I'm trying to explain this the best way I can because I don't want you to feel like things happen because of other people. But they are an influence of that. It's kind of like when a situation happens, like everything is watched and analyzed to see how people react to a situation. It's like if somebody gets hurt and needs help, like who's there for you? How do people react and respond? So, you know, it shows you who's really there for you when you need their help. It shows the divine, you know, who's really there. It's like, you know, what happens after that? Like, you know, is family really there for you? Are they helping you? Where, you know, because, you know, things are shown a lot to you when you're under situations of distress, right? And you're needing help and things like that is what I'm getting here. So true people can be revealed and things like that. It's just like divine source knows if somebody has the ability to help and chooses not to. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's, you know, many times that people physically cannot help whatsoever. It's not always about monetary things. It's sometimes offering a hand or, you know, giving a little bit of time or making a meal or giving somebody a ride somewhere. Or just, it's little things like that. They know if you're capable of doing that. Like, there may be times people ask for help and you're running late to work or whatever and you just can't do that. But there's other times, like, they know, like, did they say no and it's really their day off and they really have some time and they could give this? Do you know what I mean? So that I don't know, that's coming out here. I don't know why that just came out off of what I was getting at here. Oh, they were bringing this about because I was seeing that it looked like, you know, these people are like getting left out in the cold. It feels as though they could use some help, but are they being stubborn? Is the help really available to them? But I'm just getting strongly somebody's realizing how they need to let go of something that's truly not there for them. So sometimes, unfortunately, like these things will happen, and they're also to make you feel like, yeah, you need to have confidence and reliance on yourself. You need to not rely on other people. Sometimes these things are shown. Sorry, my camera's blurry here. Sometimes they're shown to you for you to realize that, wow, yeah, I can't rely on that person. I do need to rely upon myself. And you need to know that even in those situations, like, don't be like, wow, nobody was there for me. I had to do all. I know I've been there. This literally happened to me. I felt a little bit out there just a couple weeks ago. Like, I felt I was under too much stress. I was having a lot going on with my heart. And, you know, like I wanted to go to a doctor, right? Because I was just like, obviously my levels are dangerously low. Like, I need to be, you know, looked after. But because, you know, of my children and not having anybody to trust, like, I just had to work on healing myself and, you know, ask for my angels, because you're never truly alone, to help me, to calm me down and all of that. And it really showed me, like, wow, you know, like, just taking a look at my surroundings, right? And people that I should have been able to rely on help me, be there for me, like, they weren't, right? So that can be a big realization, right? I'm seeing a lot of the single independent energy, right? 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. But see, Divine sees this too. Justice. They see everything, right? They do. And I really feel that justice is coming in for somebody here. There really much is. Okay, so let's take a look. Sometimes this happens too. Like, because my first reading probably should just be more like channel. It's just things I'm thinking about, because it's probably going to take over, but whatever. This is... Maybe it's meant to come out on this reading because maybe it's all confirmation for you, for whoever this is for. All right. So 7 of Cups is your main energy that's coming out. So you're in a position of having multiple options. You're coming off as, you know, having multiple ways to go with this, right? So I'm getting this is going to be for somebody that just you don't know what to do, where to go, what to choose, whatever. This is relating where it could be multiple facets of your life I'm getting, where it's, you know, like changes in maybe jobs, location, relationships, situations. But the challenge here is about walking away. To go towards fairness, right? It's like you know you're not being treated fair, so your challenge is to walk away. 8 of Cups. See, you have this as a strength as a Page of Cups. A strength here is that you have multiple options available to you and where you're going to go. And this is newness. And why it's more a challenge is because it's like stepping into the unknown. It's like you're starting to recognize the pathways that you know about. You know how they're going to play out, you know, and you're really getting the realization of like, these are like old cycles. Like, yeah, you can go down on an old path and repeat a cycle, or you can go down a new path. That's what the challenge is for you to walk away, to let go of familiarity, and for you to go down a path of the unknown. The moon is coming out here in the unknown advice. That's why you're being guided by spirit to go down the unknown path, because you don't know what lies down that path, right? The moon could really be bringing in a focus of that. Or within 24 hours out of our new moon of Leo season. Now that's about planting seeds. So I feel that you're getting this reading, if you're catching this in real time, at a time where it's very important to be thinking about what you want to create and deciding, because if you don't, Divine's going to decide for you. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's repeating the last cycle because you didn't make progress or movement forward, so you're going to repeat the last cycle you were on. Do you want to repeat that, or do you want a new cycle? Start deciding what it is you want to do. So, influence is here, the 5 of Swords. I feel that there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of people that have been messing with you, battling with you, taking you off course. But I think they're starting to realize that they're not able to stop you. People can only battle so long before they give up, so the enemies are walking away there. I feel as though you've won some sort of bout. You're holding all the swords here, or all the swords are around you. But you're looking back like, are you done? I don't think as though it feels like a victory to you. Because they gave up and they walked away. It's like maybe you were battling, you were trying to get people to come with you, get to a place where they could change and come with you. Or just you battling these people, take it however you feel that, where I'm just blocking you, but you weren't giving up. But either way, you know, this is the time of change. And that's why your 6 of Swords is in your weakness position, because to you it's a weakness to move away. Like you don't want it. You're so used to being in conflict with these people, or just dealing with these people, because sometimes it's not a physical fight, it could be mentally. These people could literally just been like draining you constantly, very combative, very argumentative is another one. 1344, as I say that. A lot of times we don't realize that people are spiritually battling us with their words, right? It's interesting I said that, because I really feel that people are saying things and it's messing with you spiritually. But what I mean is that you're just they're saying a lot of things that are really just causing conflict in your mind. Now, this can be a physical movement, or it could be just energetically. It could be both. Where a lot of things, you know, happen when we internally make a decision. Then our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. But this is you moving away. And, you know, you're taking the swords with you. I feel you're taking things with you, so they're not going to be able to come at you. I mean, these swords could represent a lot of different things here. But it's a weakness for you because you have to detach. You have to make movement. And I think it requires you. It's like, say you had family was against you or whatever. and you know that you can't take certain family members with you, you gotta kind of just leave them behind. And I mean, like they're just not going to pursue this endeavor with you. I don't mean physically leaving family, but maybe for some of you that is, because this is about living life for you. You're really feeling empowered at this time. 1515, as I say that, to go after life for you. So whatever this is that's holding you back. So there is a victory here with an opportunity. Six of Wands, victory and admiration. Maybe a shift in the mindset for you is going to be, when, they gave up on me, whatever, I'm going to go pursue this anyways. Maybe you're wanting to move somewhere and nobody's wanting you to move, but you're like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. You're going to draw attention to yourself. They are showing victory. The universe loves to work with those that take that chance, that risk to go pursue their dreams and desires. They love that single, when you kind of pull yourself away from other people, you kind of stand out. Universe sees that. Universe loves to help those that take that empowered action. Because you know how much energy when you're anxious and when you're nervous and when you're taking that risk, you're putting off so much frequency you don't realize it, because it's like excitement and anxiousness and passion along with a little bit of fear we'll feel, and all those energies combined, but you're radiating. The universe gravitates towards that more than it does somebody that is complacent and surrounded by a bunch of energies, right? You really stand out. So that's also why the universe kind of really grabs you and feels you, and you're more, you're able to be more receptive to the universe helping you out in opportunities, because you don't have these people blocking these things. I mean, if you have people that are around you that are saying things like, no, you're never going to attain that, or how are opportunities? It's like, say you want to move somewhere, somewhere you've never been before, right? And maybe it's really expensive, and so maybe your friend or your family and your friends are like, you're going to move there all by yourself. Like, you're never going to make it. You're not going to be able to afford it. How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Like, that's all putting that in your mind. So then you have the mindset like, they're right, I'm not going to be able to afford it. I'm not going to be able to do this. So it's going to have you miss out on opportunities, and then it's going to put down your passions, and it's going to put down that excitement and all those things you have. Where if you just decide to just up and do it by yourself and not tell anybody and jump in the car and go, and all of a sudden then you're on your way. Like, I literally did this. I'm not kidding. Like I just knew I couldn't be around toxicity anymore. And I just had my first child. I was young, and like all my friends were still partying and not having their kids yet. And my daughter's father had took off and left the state, and to go because he was scared, whatever. And my parents I had nobody, right? So I was just like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to go where I've always wanted to go. I'm going to go back to where I was born. I'm going to go back to Florida, right? So I literally got a U-Haul, got an auto transport, got my car up on it, and my daughter was literally 6 weeks old. And I was like, that's it. I'm going. I'm taking off. I'm going for it. You know how much nervousness and anxiousness and anxiety and everything that I had to go across country with my daughter by myself just to get away from all of this stuff. And literally, I didn't know where I was going to go or any, I had an idea or whatever, and I knew that I could drop. I just had this mindset, it's going to work or whatever. Literally, on my way down to Florida, driving when I was staying in hotels is when I was looking for homes. And literally, I got a job lined up. I got a home lined up. Literally, I drove right into, even the leasing office, came in after hours because I arrived at, now. I was just so ready to just find my place, to get this anxiousness to stop wherever. So I didn't want to stay in a hotel another night. They were so nice. Literally, drove right to my place, and had it just everything just all just fell together. I'm not saying it's always going to be that easy, but I just really felt the universe was responding to me, because I was just all that energy and that adrenaline and the universe just knew all of that, right? I'm just saying, like, I mean, you should always try to have things more planned out. But you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, you know, I had a bunch of money in my savings account too. Like, I didn't do this with no money. Like, it was literally like I'd always said, like, I get enough money together where I feel safe, like I'm gonna take off. And literally, like, it happened. And I was looking at my life, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a better life for my daughter. And I was like, I got enough money, so like, I'm gonna go do this or whatever. So yeah, don't, you know, plan things out, right? But what I mean is that, you know, I didn't let fear of failure or what people thought, you know, like, I didn't tell anybody either. Like, literally, people are like, why didn't you tell me you left? Like, what? You're in Florida? Like, because I didn't want nobody to talk me out of it. Like, I remember even, too, like, my boss, like, I didn't even want to tell him goodbye. I was kind of in love with my bosses anyway. But it was like, too, I wanted to get away from that because he was getting ready to have another child. And I'm like, I don't want to mess things up. Or, like, nope. Nope, I don't. So, wow, I'm exposing a lot in this. So, anyway, I was like, I got to go. And, but it's crazy, like, that's why, like, when he had found out that I had left, and, you know, he was on the phone to set up me transferring, like, he really took care of everything for me. I mean, I know that I could have, you know, but it was little things like that. Like, I know that the universe probably nudged him to do that, you know, like, he was probably thinking, like, what, she took off by herself with her, like, does she have a job? Like, he was probably thinking this stuff too. You know, like, he knew I was struggling a little bit and kind of gave me my old job back because, like, you know, I'd explained to him, you know, I just had my daughter and, you know, her father took off and all of this stuff or whatever. But why I'm getting into all my personals, it's for somebody. But it's just crazy how things, you know, worked out. And I ended up quitting that job too and changing jobs in the first couple weeks that I was down because I didn't know I had to drive across the Skyway Bridge. I got a fear of bridges, and it's like the top, one of the tallest bridges down here, and I was got to drive across that every day to work. No. No. Anyways, 2211 as they say that. So, you know, sometimes things change, but it was enough to get me, you know. It was enough for, you know, them knowing I was transferring jobs and all of that to be secure enough to get me to my home. So plans can change, you know. But see, if I would have been listening to people too, if they'd have been like, what? You've been with this company for so long and now you're going to go over here? Like, and I loved it. And I had so much fun. And, like, I went to this job that I went, like, I was, like, I went from, like, an assistant manager down to, like, an hourly, like, literally, because I wanted things more simplified with my daughter. But then it was, like, then I'm, like, let me pick this other simple job, right? And the next thing I know, all of a sudden, my boss was like, you got a lot of experience, so I'd have heard you talking, like, how would you like to be in accounting? Like, literally, like, we're losing our person, like, boom. And then it got moved over into, like, another managerial position. And it was so epic, and I had so much fun and everything. So that's what I mean, like, just going with the flow instead of fighting the resistance, you know. And, like, it's crazy, like, if you let people influence your mind, like, if I would have told people what I was doing, or if I would have had the mindset, like, gosh, I'm in a job that I'm, like, way overqualified for, things like that, like, if I would have told anybody, like, they would have been like, why are you doing this? Like, because people love to get into your business and stuff. But it's like, it's what I wanted, you know? Like, I always knew, even though it was like, I could have had my own store in a couple of years, been store manager, all this stuff. But I didn't like that. You know, I knew I wanted to be there more for my daughter. I've always known I've had these passions to help people and stuff, and just be a teacher, like... Like, it's crazy how things can change. So you're really, you know, all these experiences, and I've taken all this stuff down my path, right? And it's, you really got to live life for you, whatever it looks like, you know. You got to stop living for other people if you are, right? I really feel that this is a big influence, so that's why I felt to share some of my story, you know. Like, I look back now, like, wow, I was brave, like, you know, like, so much could have went wrong or whatever, but sometimes it takes those breaking points, right? Or those feeling as though you don't have everybody 24/44, because you really have divine source spirit aligning you and guiding you, right? All right, wow, this is turning very empowering. So let's hear somebody. So there's some sort of movement here, but see, there's victory, and we have the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. These are your last two cards. So this is the obstacles and the tests and the outcome in your destiny. What? Your obstacles is in your test is the Wheel of Fortune. So you're getting like you've passed a test. You've passed tests and obstacles. And now the wheel is in your favor. So it's basically like, are you going to choose to go towards your destiny? Your destiny is in these cups. So I don't feel these are going to be challenging obstacles. I think you're so used to constantly being in this survival energy, this fight or flight mode. This is kind of going in alignment with the last readings. I did one fight or flight. It's not time for fight or flight. It's time for patience. Because for some of you, you're in this position where you're healing and things are integrating. 25/55. You're starting to realize that you're not in this fight anymore. People have stopped fighting with you. People have walked away. They've put their swords down. You're just literally, and that might be why you feel this anxiousness, because it's like, what's next? What do I got to do? What do I got to? But no, literally, like, you just got to relax and be patient, because things are starting to change. It's like this wheel's in the process of turning right now. And that's why you're anxious too, because you don't know how they're going to turn out. But I'm here to tell you that this looks so beautiful, that it's not going to turn out like you thought. It's the universe is coming to meet you halfway. Like, they're bringing these opportunities to you. You've got the divine. The Hierophant is here, letting me know that this is always my card when I see that. Things have been like completed. You've completed some sort of karmic cycles, patterns, obstacles. Like, you've completed them. This is like, good job. Like, now you're getting this. So you need to just now heal and kind of relax so this new beautiful opportunity can integrate. Because see, chaotic energy and this beautiful energy, they can't come together. Look, I flipped it right to Justice. My hand hit that. So I'm getting like, you gotta decompress a little bit, I don't even want to use this example right now with everything that's been going on in the world, but it's like how you have to slowly come back up, and if you come up too fast and things like that, it's going to disturb the flow of things. Like, you have to you have to relax, all right, to be able to integrate. It's kind of like, sorry, just give me another one. It's like, have you ever seen how things have to go really slow to align perfectly? Like, they're showing me like in space, like, when they're docking with oh my goodness, what's it called? Like the space station, they're docking, like they have to go very slow to be able to integrate, right? You can't come in it all fast and chaotic, or it's not going to, you got to slow down and go slow for it to be able to integrate and lock up. That's what I feel like is happening, right? So some of this chaotic energy that I feel has been going on and trying to block you and stop you, like, it's being pulled away, faded away, whatever. And you're going to come right into an alignment, like something is coming right towards you. But you just got to be relaxed and be open and be in that receiving energy, and you're going to connect with it. So it's your Justice. It is. You've already completed something. So you need to relax and not be in that butterfly mode. This is a major leveling up. The Hierophant talks about a higher level of commitments, new contracts. I've been talking about new contracts. Really be thinking about what it is you want to create. For some of you, literally the universe is like, clean slate, here you go. Wheel of Fortune, that's also like, it's destiny. But to me, whenever I see 2, it like reminds me of like a lottery ticket too. Right now, I know we have you know, we have blueprints to our life and all that, but it's like when you get something on your path you've always desired it. You know, it's like winning the lottery to me. You know, 'cause the same amount of excitement and passion that you get winning money is when you win like a lover or a job, you know what I mean, or whatever. It's that frequency, it's that energy. And this is something that you get to pull in on your timeline, that you get to for completing something big. And if there was injustices too, because for some of you, these people that were coming at you and fighting with you, they did the most. Some of them went a little bit too far. And that's now where karma flips around too. So anyway, this looks very beautiful. Wow, it's ended up turning into 30 minutes. So I'm going to close this one here. I'm sending love and light to all of you, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. And if this reading didn't resonate with you, and don't worry about it. This is for somebody, but maybe you were here to hear more of my story. Maybe some of that will inspire you, or maybe some of you know somebody that's going through some situations and it was to show you something. I don't know. That's why you never know why you're guided to your reading, right? But if you were for a reason. Know that. So love and light to all of you. Love you. Watch more readings. I'm going to be doing all of the new moon readings. I don't know, they've been having me kind of wait a little bit. Somebody's needed some help, I feel. And it too, maybe it's disintegration, right? This healing or whatever. I'm just always attuned to frequency and wonderful. But yes, new moon is tomorrow, right? The 16th. Yeah, so I'm going to get going on the new moon readings. So definitely watch whatever you guys feel guided to. I don't know how they're going to go yet. We'll see how Source has me put them together. But this is a really beautiful new moon following Lionsgate. And that's probably why they have me reviewing Lionsgate. Because I'm going to be talking about the activation of the 13th strand of the DNA, which connecting with higher level consciousness. So it's really going to play a big role, I feel, in your destiny, and your setting your intentions and for this new moon energy for August. And it's a timeless reading, know that. Just whenever Source guides you to, it's when you're meant to see it. You know, so you can move the timelines around however you feel fitting. All right, I'm gonna go. 3232 and 3233 is last universal angel numbers they've seen for this message. Bye, guys.